Welcome to Minnesota for the UFA Game of the Week. It's a border battle right at the top of the Central Division standings. Number 1 and number 2 going at it for the best shot to make it to the Central Division playoffs. The wind chill, of course, at 5-1. The Radicals, they're at 5-2. So like I mentioned, number 1, number 2 going at it here at Seafoam Stadium. Teams so often finding themselves battling for the top, and of course, top of the standings really important. I'm Ben Fryer, joined by Kelsey Percy. Thank you for joining us. Kelsey, we're looking at a good one. And Shuey on the disc, had a high stall count, ends up getting it over to Sample. Almost a triple team there, thought about a foul. Luo sends it deep, that's up for Jack Nelson, and he makes the grab in the end zone, and that's a hot start for Madison.
Yeah, Cam Lacey was on the matchup there, accelerated, even some late body contact. You saw the hand slap.
And Madison gets it up to Kanaki. And a D there. That's Gordon Larson, one of our players of the game. Barry lets go of forehand, and Bevon's got it in the end zone. Tie ball game, flat ball game.
Flat ball game.
Look for that score. Scuba over the top and another sliding catch. This time Michael Jordan makes up for it. We will see a big long one, and that's a great play there by Lacey getting in front of Sample. Another interception there. Normally we see tips. We've seen clean interceptions, and McCoskey here with the disc. He's got Vandy Mortel. Gets it around to, and almost in the end zone, Vandy Mortel takes it, and that is a break for Bergmeyer.
Body language looking stressed, but now Minnesota out in space.
Yeah, and Klein able to get the hammer over the top of the defense to Taylor. Michael Jordan gets it up to Barry and back to Jordan Taylor, and Minnesota strikes quickly. Interesting strategy into the wind. We've been seeing Minnesota elect to do roller pulls, and that's a shot deep for Luo, and he makes the grab just short of the end zone. Great pass by Marcus to find Luo, and a great stop cut there. Top to Gordon Larson. Minnesota now in the red zone again. Up to Brandt. He's a couple yards out. Up to Salvo Fernandez. Spinning around. Got the left-hand catch. I think it was meant for Taylor. Yeah, and it seems to continue to beat a Luo. And Shuey over the top, and Gutowski again. That's 2 in a row. Feels like both sets of fans are just waiting for something to happen, as Larson and Brandt were playing between the two, and now here's a chance for Madison's D-line to get a goal. They send a huck up. Brandt's there, and he makes the grab for the D, and that was a great save by Brandt there. Barry with that lefty backhand gets it over to Klein on the far side of the field. And we've seen some more turns here in the second half, still 13-12. Madison's been able to do a good job thus far. So is Minnesota, and that's a great grab by Barry in the back of the end zone.
Fingertip grab there by Barry. It looked like he was going to.
We didn't necessarily highlight the matchup, but we highlighted both of them. They're right there, and Marcus unleashes another one. This is Dvorak. And a bobble, but the grab is still made.
Anthony Jurley was right there. It looked like he took the inside lane. He was all over it.
That we are, and that is something you cannot teach, as Will Brandt gets it over to Salvo Fernandez without a mark. Got it up to Taylor now into the red zone, although he is double-teamed. Gets it into Brandt over the top, and Barry with another goal. He says, Gutowski, you've got 2 in this half.
I really haven't seen anything stand out to me.
And that is an amazing layout there by Liebforth of Madison, and quickly transition to a goal. McCarthy gets it.
And what was about out now?
Yeah, and we've mentioned that they've had a hard time scoring upwind, and the disc goes up to Robert, and he makes the grab past Bergmeyer.
And Lacey.
Will Brandt happy to work the disc up to Klein, take 5 yards at a time. Work the disc upfield, able to get it in red zone range. There's 15 seconds left, about 10 now, over the top for Minnesota, and that's a goal with 6 or 7 seconds left for Jordan Taylor. And now Minnesota able to get in position. Luo goes way to the far side of the field. Does he make the grab? They give it to Gutowski.
That was an incredible grab by Gutowski. He just barely towed that one in. And it's kind of a pick your poison, Ben, of, okay, Minnesota
14, expecting it to be a break, going from 13 to 15, but just 14, still a 3-point game. Vanoka into Klein. He's got some space. He takes the inside out over to Sovel Fernandez. And Klein with the great assist. Sovel Fernandez with the goal.
And you forget that Sovel Fernandez has that kind of foot speed. It has been for
Bevon gets close. I don't think he was in. He's now double teamed on the sideline. Goes hammer cross field. And it's a goal over the top of the diving Madison defender. And that's Michael Jordan over Jack Kelly. Past midfield. And yeah, 22-18 currently. Madison has had a couple late, trying to get back into it. Will Brandt Scuber over the top. And Gordon Larson makes the grab.
such a trust throw, and not a necessarily great one. I mean, you had Luke Marks right there on that back corner.
Which is nothing to sniff at all.
And a big one out from Marcus.
He's going for Gutowski. Closing speed into Clerk. Just knocks it out of his hand. Well, not out of his hand. Otherwise, that would have been a strip.
Out of the air.
Out of the air.
You've seen Minnesota roll through their matchups. Have to throw so many blades and things just to try and get out of those situations.
And a great D by Sterling Kanaki on the hammer by Klein. Madison going to the end zone, and that's a catch by Mechanix. He got called for a couple questionable calls earlier. Well, he would say they were questionable. Madison fans would say they were questionable. Madison's defensive line did score last point. Granted, it was in a quick, short field opportunity, and Gordon Larson gets it to Paul Krennic for the goal. And now Marcus immediately goes up again. 5 seconds left in the game. Madison almost gets it to work. And that is the game. Minnesota wins 22-17. Similar score to the last time these two teams played. That one was 21-17, but the crowd loving it here at Seafoam Stadium.
Yeah, you could see the frustration from the Minnesota player. You could hear the thunder from the fans as they stomped their feet, trying to get Minnesota up and through the last couple seconds of this game. Wow, Ben, what a fight.
Yeah, this was what you'd expect to see from two top teams, 1 seed versus 2 seed currently in the Central Division.